All right. Yo, welcome to FaceCard Famous The Podcast. I am your host, Pure Breed, along with my co-host, Rail.
Win is mine.
And this is episode number 2, segment called The Vibes, NC versus GA.
That's right.
And before we get started, I want you guys to remember to like.
Don't forget to like,
comment,
and
you definitely don't want to forget to subscribe.
that's right, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, baby.
Yeah. So let's refresh the people. Where are you from originally? Real?
I am a military brat, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Fayetteville. Stand up.
All right. Bet. So I'm from, again, I was born in East Carolina.
Okay.
So that's Greenville. That's how we say it.
Greenville.
That's how we say it.
That's right.
I was born in Pitt County, but I was raised in Franklin County, Lewisburg, and a little bit up and down the East Coast too, in VA too. So but it mostly in NC. So with that being said, you feel like you basically from Charlotte, right?
No.
Okay. So where would you consider?
No. I stayed in Charlotte to go to school, but
yeah.
No.
Yeah. So how you feel about the vibes while you were in school, since you didn't get a chance to be raised here?
I would say in Charlotte, it's kind of rough. I knew that I didn't want to settle down in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte is cool. Don't get it twisted. I ain't talking junk about Queen City, Charlotte.
Okay,
right. What I'm saying is, it's always a hood right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's like it's never just a really good area for miles. It's like at the light, it's the suburbs, and then a block down the street is the hood. You know, to each his own. But that ain't for me.
You didn't feel fully secure. Is that
correct?
Basically what she's saying. But she loved the Trefo. I love the Trefo too, because it's really our biggest city to me, in NC. But like, how you feel about the vibes though while you had your time down there?
The vibes was cool. I didn't really go out much. I was in a relationship and I was in school. So that was my focus. I didn't go out much. If I did, I went downtown Charlotte, which, downtown any big city is going to be dope. The lights and the activities, the music, the food, the drinks. So that was cool, but on to the next.
So you would say the vibes were... you didn't really get to experience a lot because you was focused and dedicated to a lot of stuff. So the vibes were for you kind of mediocre and kind of watered down.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. That's her take. You know what I'm saying? So, versus GA, like being down here, how do you feel now as fully adult?
Now let me say this: when I stayed in North Carolina, I used to come to Atlanta all the time.
Oh yeah,
5-hour drive.
True that.
I would come down to Atlanta, party,
okay.
Have fun. Gay Pride was Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, that's coming up too.
Yeah, that's right. But now that I'm in Georgia, unless I have work in Atlanta when we're filming, then I'm not really in Atlanta unless I go to a concert or something like that. A game or something like that. But Atlanta is always going to be Atlanta, and it's always going to be a vibe.
Yeah.
I'm older in age now, so I'm kind of over all of that. But I still enjoy having a good time. So if I do go out, every now and again, it's always a vibe. Yeah. We definitely going to be litty in the city, like they say. Yeah. And so basically, Georgia is a better like vibe for you. You would leave NC to even come down here to even experience and I can kind of agree too, but it's like I didn't get a chance to always come down here as often, you know what I'm saying? So I had no choice but to be, Raleigh, Durham, go to Charlotte. But when I was going to Charlotte, what was the club? What was that club, man? It was a major gay club. It was like 2 stories. It had like 3 bars in it in Charlotte.
It was like down this highway, and it was on the right hand side. It was like a big parking lot, dirt parking lot. Shit, I can't remember, but that was the club. I don't know. It wasn't Scorpios or nothing like that. Was it Scorpios?
I ain't go to no club.
See, she didn't ever go to the club, so I don't know. But I would go for, like we will have all-star games, in Charlotte. So that's when really the gay clubs were popping, and that's when I would go. You know what I'm saying? That weekend, everybody will pull up 5 car deep, and we'll go. You know what I'm saying? So Charlotte, NC was always a good vibe for me. But when you like in the capital, Raleigh, and you get closer to like the rural country, like no street lights, you know what I'm saying, it get I don't know, the vibes it depends on what kind of person you are. If you a city person, it might be adventurous to you to come and party in somebody's backyard. You know what I'm saying? Come to the country, we cooking on a grill, listening to our country music, line dancing, mud, dirt, horses. Yeah, for real. Like, you might be in a barn. They call it a juke joint, hole in the wall. Right. But if you a person that don't like that, then you can go to some classy places in Raleigh, and it's only like 30 to 40 minutes away. So the vibes are very, I don't know, dramatic in NC for me. Is like you could be in the woods or you can be in the city in in the same little frame of an hour. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild. It's wild to me in NC versus GA. It's more just city here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, I did party hard in Raleigh.
Yeah.
I partied in Raleigh. There was a joint. I can't think of what it was called. But I think it was in Cary, maybe.
Ooh, I think I know what club. And it's like in the corner. It's like in a cut. Dang, I forgot the club. Hey, I'm not even going to. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, brother. Man, I used to be in the club for real, like dancing. That's all I used to do. And that's what I love to do is dance when I'm in the club. I don't care what. Everybody, you could be mean mugging all you want and not have a good time. I'm there to have a good time. That's so, right. But I do remember that club, though. I just can't remember the name.
There was one in Raleigh. It was straight. It had like it had 2 areas. Cary.
Yeah. It
had like 2 areas.
Mm-hmm. It had one side, table. And then it was a pool table. Then it was maybe a stage or something. Oh yeah, I know what she's talking about. Okay. I know what she's talking about. I even took my sister Ariel there. Shout out my sister. Like she ain't like the vibes, but we still had a good time though.
Yeah. The party life, of course.
Yeah, that was the party life, back in the day.
Back in the day when I was young.
So let me ask this. So what do you think the party life is like in GA? Have you experienced that or?
Since being in GA?
Yeah. Do they have house parties? Like,
I've been to quite a few bars.
Yeah.
And I can do a bar.
Yeah. Down here, we can do a bar.
Yeah, I can do a bar. You know what I'm saying? Sit at the bar, watch the game, have a few drinks, play some pool,
Yeah, for
stuff
sure.
like that. And that's always great. The clubs, I haven't really clubbed like that since moving down here. I've been focused, man.
Straight up.
Georgia, Atlanta life is Atlanta life. And, don't get no better than that. Man,
you ain't got to see the vibes between NC and GA. You can get in your car and literally just ride downtown and you're going to catch a vibe. Just if that's all you did that day, just ride through, be stuck in traffic a little bit and see some folks and some exotic cars and people.
You definitely going to see that.
And then in NC, though, it's a little different, though. It's like you don't see a lot of that. So you got to know where you're going to NC because once you reach Crabtree, it ain't no riding and sightseeing like that. Yeah. It's more like, where you going?
Right.
Where you going?
Right.
You got to be going somewhere, linking up with somebody.
Yeah, know somebody
or something. Like, even if you come to the country, you better know somebody. You going to get lost.
Yeah.
You come and find me. Let's play hide and go seek in the country. Let's see if you really going to come. You ain't going to find me on them dirt roads. Man. Them back roads. You going to get lost. And you ain't got no signal. Yeah. So you got to know where you going and see. And that's facts, though. They'll run you out of town in certain places.
Yeah. You definitely got to be careful where you're going, where you're headed. Now, what about you? What has been your experience club life? out in Georgia?
The club life, like I done had some good and fun and funny moments in the clubs down here, and I only been to like the gay clubs down here. I don't remember the name. I done seen the boy Shamar. I think he a comedian on the internet, on social media. Y'all know who Shamar is. Don't act like you don't know who he is. He a queen. Yeah. And like I done experienced like the food. Damn, they be frying some fish in some of these clubs. You think I'm turning up on the floor? I'm somewhere eating too. So, but I had some good experience. I experienced Halloween in the club. That was fun. Dance off. You know how they choose the costume. Who won the best costumes? Right. So my experience in the clubs in GA has been like lit. Like the last club I went to was the I think it's Hendrix. It's downtown Atlanta. With my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Kiki. And Kiki. And so I think Hendrix was the last club we went to, the last club I've been to. Okay. So, and that was lit. It wasn't even like that, but it was just the vibes again. Right. You could just go out, it just be you, your people, and y'all could just be standing on a patio chilling and watching, everything else around you. So that's it right That's there. My experience, you know what I'm saying, in the club scenes, you feel me?
That's it. I mean, the older you get, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm going to say this, the older you get, the more you just kind of want to chill, relax. My house that I own now is it's not in the country, there's some stores right up the street, but we by ourselves, peaceful, and that's what I enjoy more so now that I'm older.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel the same way too, because I used to be always wanting to be in the mix of everything. And now that I feel like I know myself, it's like I ain't got to be out like that in the mix, because the mix is looking for me. I ain't looking for the mix. Wow. That's how I feel now. Like my energy, my everyday aura is lit. So I'm in my own space, because I feel like I bring that energy, and the energy can be brought to me versus looking for that energy. Like when I was younger in NC, I was always looking for, where to be at. Where to be, of course, where everybody at. Right. You know what I'm saying? And also just like to catch a vibe though, because I think NC is beautiful. Like I took a trip to NYC, New York. Okay. And on the way back from New York, I love New York, but it was just something about as soon as you start seeing all the countryness, the trees, and I don't know, the space, it just smell different. You taste the air tastes different.
Right, taste the air.
Taste the air. But it's just beautiful. It's just the nature is just beautiful, and it's quiet, and that's what everybody from all my New York people, all my New Jersey people, everybody from up north always say they come down to NC to get away from a lot of things and troubles, and it's a hideaway you could duck off. And they got country parts in Georgia, but it's not the same. It's not a bunch of, what I'm saying, you definitely gonna see your people, our people in the country in NC, but here in Georgia, it's like all our people, unless you rich, you got money, you buying your home, you somewhere in the country, but everybody migrates to Atlanta. They go to the city. You know what I'm saying? It's crowded. You know what I'm saying? So you don't see a lot of our people in the country, and if you do, it's like, it's kind of rare. It's more, the country people. You know what I'm saying?
I love seeing our people in the country. I love seeing our people with land, acres and acres of land, and horses, and just entrepreneurs, because they don't want us to have that. They don't want us to be well off. I love it, man. So that's what I'm pushing for. That's what I'm striving for. I want to get my land. I want to own land and different properties, like North Carolina, Georgia, all over the world. So. Yeah,
I'm definitely with you on that, and I think just like people with money, and how Tyler Perry bought out that space, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's crazy in the monopoly game in Georgia is that I don't want our people to be stuck and think that we have to buy land and property and own businesses just in Atlanta City.
Right.
Like you still got the outskirts of Atlanta. Sandy Springs. You got all the Swanee. You got Marietta.
Alpharetta.
You got
Alpharetta is nice.
Where the richer people really live. Let's be for real. The richer people don't live in Atlanta. They businesses are in Atlanta, but the richer people live outskirts of Atlanta City. You know, like when you start coming up north, you know what I'm saying? The black people out here, man, they got a big house if they staying out here for real. Yeah. They're not just standing out here for nothing, you know. That's so, but I want our people to understand you can invest in the country parts of Georgia. It's a lot of land out here, as well as NC. But it's like I said, it's more normal. Like my granddaddy, he got land all over. You know what I'm saying, with Franklin County. You know what I'm saying. So, and he was smart enough to do that in the early 90s. You know, late 80s. You know what I'm saying. But it's beautiful to see that that's still his property. He can do whatever he want. He got his grandkids like me. I can go to that land and do whatever I want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I really need to be somewhere, you know, and the investments were different back then. So, but I just want people to think abstract and come to Georgia too. And we can and you know, we kind of need a bridge. South Carolina, I know we don't speak about that a lot.
South Carolina is the country.
It's just, and it could be a spot. It can be not just Myrtle Beach, you know. Right. That's all we, you know, people really want to come down to in South Carolina for. But like that's like little sis right there to NC. Our little sister needs some attention too. It's some countries like let's make Greenville lit. We can make Greenville, South Carolina lit, and it's only 50 miles from where I'm living right now. Yeah. It's like that bridge it, you know, South Carolina needed attention too, as need of visuals as well as NC, and the vibes will be different. You know
South
what I'm saying?
Carolina, old school though. South Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina, I can't do South Carolina because it reminds me too much of slavery.
It's old school. It's fashion.
Piggly Wigglies and everything.
Yo, it's old fashioned. It's very old fashioned, but it takes somebody in either our generation or the next, or their kids or something to be like make something. It'd be as big as Freaknik, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Not specifically that, but you know something that can bring.
Well, they got Bike Week at the end of May.
But it's at the beach. It's at the beach. Yeah. I'm trying to get y'all away from the beach. Like, actually places like Greenville, Spartanburg. They got places. You got some money. People be balling. You know what I'm saying? Columbia. Y'all buy a space out that people can come. You build something there that make movies. You know what I'm saying? A fairground. A place where we don't hear about concerts in South Carolina. But, you know, make a vibe for the Carolinas that match Georgia. And Atlanta won't be so overcrowded, you know what I mean?
Right. I was asked a few days ago by my friend, like, if you weren't residing in Georgia, where would you stay at? And I thought about this. Like, I really took some time and I thought about this. And other than NC, I probably would move back to NC if I wasn't in Georgia. But I really don't want to, but I would, you know. Yeah. But I could see myself moving back up north, like New York, okay. Maryland, maybe. I could see that.
Okay. Yeah, that is doable. I can see that.
I miss Maryland. I'm not gonna lie. I stayed in Maryland for almost 4 years. I miss Maryland. I rock with Maryland. I
got a lot of family everywhere. But yeah, that's not even it's still fast paced enough. It's not really country like NC.
Right. So it's a difference. It's a difference for sure. I'm not even just weather. We all know it's cold. Yeah. We all know
can't do it.
The pace of it. It's nowhere near the South.
Oh yeah.
So it's a complete difference. Now I would not want to move on the West Coast. I like visiting the West Coast a lot. I like going there quite often, but I don't want to stay there. When I'm ready to leave for my vacation, I'm ready to get back on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But about up north, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about up north.
Hot spaces, I'm sorry, for filming, New York, LA, and then Georgia, Atlanta. Yeah. So, you know, that makes sense why you would want to move to New York. It's still the same people. Yeah. It's going to be the same people that's here. Right. There's going to be flying back and forth. Going back and forth, it's the same people, so you're gonna see the same folks. You know what I'm saying? LA is a stretch.
Where would you move if you weren't residing in Georgia?
I'll probably go back to NC only because that's where my family is, and I love my family. But two, it's an opportunity to be, man, you could really take over Like nobody really hasn't taken. Where's the Tyler Perry for NC? Yeah. You got a place like my mindset be like, okay, there's a Walmart in NC, a place that it is nothing there. Mm-hmm. It's a whole shopping center. Nobody's occupying it. Turn it into a film place, a film set area, a studio. Mm-hmm. You know, how hard is that to invest in? I'd rather be in, you know, if I go back to NC, I would love to be an investor. You know,
absolutely.
I just want to be an investor all around, for real. Yeah. But I will go there because, you know, I think if you look up and do the history, North Carolina was really doing their filming. Like NC was really bringing, like the Andy Griffin show.
It was filmed in North Carolina?
Yeah, on the coast. Okay. On the coast. Okay, yeah. We had our own studios in NC, and that just went downhill. We really was doing filming in Raleigh. That was here. That was in NC, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that, for some reason, it was a gap from the 90s. I guess from the 80s to the 90s, they stopped doing filming.
It might have been a money thing because a lot of people come to Georgia for the talent. Also because you're not paying what you paying in LA or New York. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You come to Georgia and you be paying $1,000 a day for 2 hours for some space, and you can spend that on 2 places in Georgia. Yeah. So that's facts. Yeah, and the taxes too. Like the taxes are cheaper when filming and things like that out in Georgia. Yeah.
But you see why, you know, that'll be a reason, you know, why I would want to move back to NC, because I will bring back that energy and try to uplift people to understand that it's not weird or abnormal to be, you know, doing stuff in entertainment. Like they, you know, everybody gonna be critics. Oh well, people gonna criticize everything you do. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's some talented people that may not ever be seen in the state of North Carolina just because it's not the normal. Right. You get what I'm saying? Somebody got to come back and crack their egg. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, that would be my goal. I would just have be an outlet to people, and I'll find, you know, a lot of talent, which I already know a lot of talent. Mm-hmm. I would turn and flip something that's old and run down, get it fixed up, and I would just be making you. Oh, you don't. All right, come to the studio. We doing a filming. You know how I'll rent out how everybody doing YouTube 20 versus. You know, 20 versus a celebrity, or they, you know, a YouTube studio, they want to do dating stuff or whatever. Yeah. I would have that, you know, and it won't just be in Raleigh, you know, it will be in the country, you know what I'm saying? It'd be closer to home where, you know what I'm saying, you see yourself doing that, and you'll take that and you got to do what you got to do. I'll have competitions and everything. Like this person that got 1,000 views this week. What did you do? Right. This person started their website. What did you do? This person just filmed something. What did you do? And put the competition in and show the world what they doing all the time. Yeah. All right, this person ran up this video. They got 100K on this video. You can do it too. Come in the studio today. Yeah. Would be if I were to move back to NC versus GA. I feel like it's so much competition down here. I feel small. Yeah. NC make you feel like you big dog, for real.
For sure. Yeah. NC is it. Yeah. Now let me ask you something else. Vibes. Georgia versus NC. The ladies.
The lady vibes. Well, of course, you know, I guess I don't want to say that and be mean. So everything I'm saying is my perspective. So don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? Judge yourself.
Judge free zone over here.
Judge yourself. Zone. I'm a mirror. But the vibes, like the women, first of all, they ain't playing. They on a hustle out here. NC women hustle too. And where I'm from though, it's not as many opportunities. Like it's not a variety of opportunities like they got in NC. So the hustle is different. Right. You know, your neighbor might be a lawyer. You know, and she might be young. Y'all might be same age. She might be 20 something. You know what I'm saying? She's still in school and she a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So the vibes down here, you got to be careful with the women down here because they mean business. Some of them, like I said, connected. They be policemen. You know, it's all type of realtors. They, you know, these girls got a bunch of things under their belts out here. And, you know, you got to watch out for the scamming too. So the vibes are unsure at this moment right now versus NC. Now I know NC women, and it's still a melting pot for like Raleigh, you know what I'm saying? But where I'm from is like real southern grown women, southern honey, child, you know what I'm saying? They cooking, they doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? They taking care of their business. They can get out there in the field if they need to. They know how to get their hands dirty, you know what I'm saying? And they still naturally beautiful in NC. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's different. You got the Native American girls, you know what I'm saying? NC, you got your tribes, you got your, your Africans, you got everything NC, and the same down here. But I can't say like in here down in GA, it's like it could be someone directly from Africa. Not she's African and she was born in NC. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like this girl is really from Nigeria, or this guy is really from India or whatever. They come like, cause we got international airports, so they coming straight from wherever they coming from here. You know what I'm saying? And they might even know English. You know what I'm saying? So they real. What's the word? They pure breeze out here. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but the vibes is very different. Like I don't know. Like what's your take on that?
Well, I know little shorty back in Raleigh area. Shorty could cook.
Okay.
Cook. Neck bones. I ain't talking about some fried chicken. I'm talking about neck bones. I'm talking about turkey necks. I'm talking about some pig's feet.
Okay.
I'm talking about she throws down.
Okay. Pig.
But I know some folks out in Georgia that get down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I would say as far as the women, I don't know. I've met some beautiful women all over the world. If I had to pick between Georgia and North Carolina women, I would pick Georgia women. Come on, I'm gonna pick Georgia.
No, I'm playing. Because definitely that's like another reason I'm down here. Like I'm not even gonna lie, because I don't like knowing somebody that knows somebody that knowed somebody that I was with, that know that person I was with, that knew him, they cousins with that person. Sharing people, it was like a fresh start coming down here. Don't nobody know me. You know what I'm saying? They can say all they want in NC. You know what I'm saying? Not saying there's not enough variety. It's just it's small places, and like I said, it's a lot of international women here. So it ain't that they not being programmed to think a certain way or be like, have a certain mindset down here. They just know when they come in here, they probably more than likely trying to survive, or they got a business and they trying to expand, and they got their mind on something and a goal, and you truly got to probably chase them for real. Like in NC, I think the women are a little bit more available. Like available, got time, and I don't think I like that too much.
I agree with that. I do agree. I have noticed out here in Georgia, there are a lot of hustlers, and that's a beautiful, sexy thing. Ladies, y'all keep doing your thing for real, because at the end of the day, you got to depend on yourself. You got to depend on yourself. If something hit the fan with you and your whoever, you got to make sure you straight at all times. You got to make sure you good at all times.
Listen to them.
Yeah, so I know multiple women out here in Georgia who have their own businesses work for somebody, that do social media stuff. They have money coming from different outlets.
All angles.
Yeah, all angles. So I definitely see the Georgia women as more hustlers, and that's a little sexier to me. That's sexier to me, you know what I'm saying?
It's exciting. Yeah, and it give you something to talk about. Like, you imagine dating somebody and they just like, nah, I don't do nothing, I just chill.
Yeah, well, this ain't gonna work. Because you boring.
I just chill. I don't really do nothing. Like, do you have a talent? I don't have a talent. Do you try to learn something? Nah, I just stay to myself. I just stay in the house.
Don't have no goals.
Nothing, like,
just living.
And it's not their fault. It's just what we see, what we perceive. It ain't nothing to do. You stay in the house to be careful. You stay in the house to be safe. You know what I'm saying? And out here, I think It's almost like New York is 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, you know, they hustling. They out here. You don't know who you gonna work with. You know, it's all type of people. It's all type of variety. They funny as hell in Atlanta, bro. Sorry for cussing. They funny as heck in Atlanta. You can work with somebody. They be on some hustling, scheming. They be drunk at the job. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, they on they hustle. I worked for a Delta, the warehouse one time. That was funny. It was fun. I ain't gonna lie. I was clocking in and leaving and coming back and clocking out. I wasn't even working. But that's how many people that works in one place in Atlanta. You don't even know who is who. Everybody a number. Versus like being in NC, you get a job at a warehouse or something. You know somebody. You gonna see somebody you know.
Right.
And they gonna know you. So it's different.
It definitely helps when you're not from Atlanta. When you like us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure some people may be saying, yeah, I know people. I go somewhere, people recognize me. You might be from Atlanta, or you know what I'm saying, or just know a bunch of people. But North Carolina is cool. But like you said, coming to Georgia was a fresh start.
Yeah,
and it was better opportunities.
Yeah,
quicker way to success.
Yeah,
if this is where you want to be, it depends on what you want to do. As y'all know, I'm in the film industry, so Atlanta was definitely the place to be.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Like
sure.
I don't know, and forgive me if we just maybe ignorant. I don't know a lot of filming people and getting into movies or TV series in Raleigh, the capital.
Not
Charlotte, maybe. I still don't know a lot of people. I'm connecting people now that I've moved. Now that I moved, it's almost a crazy thing. Once you move from like NC and you go somewhere, it's like people keep up with you, and somehow you get connected to people or they might be inspired that you move, because it's almost sometimes it feel like a trap.
Right.
In NC, because again, what you're going for, if it's entertainment, is not normal. So you get trapped because you're gonna work, you're gonna do what everybody else is doing. They're not into what they want to do fun, and it's not a bunch of people. It's just like NC is like hate or love it type of vibe. Yeah. Like we either hate it or we love it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no in between. Yeah. You can't fake the funk with them. Yeah. With us, because I'm still NC all day. I'm still an NC baby. I'm gonna always be an NC baby.
That's right. You
know what I'm saying? But the vibes is different. You coming down here is a fresh start. And you don't have to be down here forever. Like, you can be down here for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? We did that 1 month in December last year. And look at all the connections within 6 months. Yeah. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you go for it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It might not happen as perfect as you want, but it eventually happen. And I feel like the same thing in NC. If more people were to get into film, the music is always there. You know what I'm saying? Music gonna be everywhere. You can get your way into a music studio faster than you can get yourself in a recording or a film studio. You know what I'm saying? In North Carolina, that vibes is kind of different on that. And I wish more people get comfortable so more things happen, because a lot of people can be a music artist and don't know their music can be taken off just because their visuals need to be changed. You know, your videos ain't hitting like that. It's your music hitting, but you're not bringing the music to life in a visual way, and they not used to that. But if they get used to like acting and being able to act on videos and stuff, and bring more of them big cameras, not the little one, but the big ones, and you start bringing in that money for that, and the eyes will start seeing that. Not just plays. Plays is good, but I'm saying like actual filming. You know what I'm saying? But we still need more plays too. And I've been to a couple of plays in North Carolina, and it wasn't anything with black people. It was, I don't even remember what it was. It was a nice play. Don't get me wrong. It was talented. You have to have talent to be dancing, singing, and acting like that. But it was maybe 2 black guys on that whole set.
Wow.
And they were guys dancing and things, whatever they, But I would like to see more black entertainment. Like that's my only wish.
Yeah.
At least by the end of this year or next year, I hope to see that. And maybe eventually be blessed enough to start finding some talent to have connections. Somebody might be like, yeah, we need this spot. We're not doing nothing with it. Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot of them out there, man. And when I first moved out to Georgia, I moved to a place called Stockbridge, Georgia. Mm-hmm. And I met T.I. stayed not too far from where I stayed at. Okay. In Stockbridge. And apparently we went to the same Kroger. And so I met two of his kids. Oh, yeah. And I almost got a chance to go over his house. It was Memorial Weekend, like 2014, I think so.
Dang.
And we was in Kroger, and two of his kids was there. And we was in the frozen section. We was opening up the doors in the frozen section. And his daughter, the one with the big ears, she looked and she was like, yo, you going to the party? And I was like, yeah, I'll come to the party. I was like, yeah, just send me the address. And then she looked at me and then she walked off. I was like, damn. But I've seen more celebrities in like my first year of being in Georgia.
Right.
Than I have in all my years in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I've had more opportunities. I've made more money. I've networked more and just met a gang of talented people who love to do the same thing that I do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Since
that's a blessing.
Yeah, that I ever had in North Carolina. So I'm team Georgia all the way. I ain't going nowhere, Georgia.
Yeah. No, she right though. Like I thought I would, to go to Walmart and just to be your everyday, like, is she right? Like, you be seeing so many people at a grocery store. And Georgia make you feel like, dang, you got to get a little bit nice. Like, you just ain't about to pop out like you in NC, just throw on anything. No, because you really could see people. Like, I done seen Walker. I done seen a lot of folks that I didn't even want to go up to because it was like everyday passing type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to bother them. And I look like whatever that day. Cause I'm down the street from my house. You get what I'm saying? And you wouldn't think you would see them there. Like, you know what I mean? So it's wild to think that the possibilities and how close and connection you are with people that you look up to or seen all your life and that you inspire to be, and they can put you in the right places. But if you was in NC, you would have to have been at a club, connected, paid your money, paid for parking, pay for a drink, pay for your section, or you going to a concert, again, paying for parking, you have to pay. This stuff is free when you can go to the grocery store and you see T.I., you see Walker, you see K Hood. I done seen August. I done seen so many different people just like, hey, how you doing? Normal type shit.
Waka Flocka's brother used to stay in the neighborhood I stayed at in Stockbridge.
Man, but I was in Sandy Springs when I seen him at Walmart. Yeah. Dunwoody, Sandy Springs, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't go up to people and greet everybody. That's not the type of person I am, because I always felt like I'm not ready yet. And people be like, no, your opportunity. No, I know I'm going to meet these people on a different level. And it's cool to people be like, damn, I seen them when they ain't have it like that. I know that story is cool, but I know I'm going to see them. I know I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you in the right time. We talking about business, not, hey, how you doing as a fan? I want to come as a colleague in certain situations. And that's how I wanted to show up, presenting myself. I didn't want to be looking like, oh, I'm out here just grocery shopping or whatever. And I ain't got no portfolio, nothing going on to even show you why am I even wasting your time. Yeah. You feel me? So, but the vibes are definitely different as far as opportunity. NC versus GA. GA is winning. And that's sad, but I'm hoping that a person that's from NC is going to be able to bring some of them winnings back. And I hope that goes for a lot of people we know that celebrities in NC. Y'all need to, come together. And if you can't, make it a competition. Like, oh, he ain't going to outdo me and build a park, a studio. Or get jealous then, so y'all can start investing a little bit more and bringing up your old neighborhoods. And it be less haters, less violence. Everybody doing something, they be in competition in an entertainment way. They ain't got time to be on the streets for real. So,
and I know a lot of talented people. Yeah. I know a lot of talented people in North Carolina.
Yep, me too. Stars. I know some stars.
And I'm like, yo, what you doing?
Unseen stars. I can't. Man, I can't stand it because I see and I honestly see a star, and I see talented and people that don't see talent in themselves.
Yeah.
And I see somebody that's like, dang, you look like you need to be on a movie from the 70s. You like you need to be in a movie from the 60s. And you like they're looking at you like you crazy, like co-workers and stuff, just their personality. And I'd be like, you just giving me all your gems for free, just laughing and playing, giggling with me. You need to be on TV.
Yeah.
Or doing something, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I do hope NC really catch up with that.
Well, maybe we need to be the ones to bring something to NC.
I always wanted to do that. It's something I already want to write down. It's something I've written down.
You know, man.
I want to come back and feed a village. I tell people that all the time. They be like, when you going to come back? I'm like, I am on a mission to come back and bring back food. You know, I'm not coming down here to eat by myself.
Right.
I came to come get some food and bring it back home to the village.
Right.
And it's up to you if you want to eat. But don't think you're just going to come and take nothing, though.
Yeah.
You know, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You feel me? Name something that is important for an actor that they should be prepared for on set. Like something that they should already have. It could be the smallest thing.
Know your lines.
So... be prepared with knowing what you're supposed to be saying.
Know your lines. Like,
know your lines, y'all.
Coming from somebody who works as the boom operator on a set, know your lines. Nobody wants to be holding that up forever because you don't know your stuff. Know your lines. Be professional.
Yeah.
And that's part of professionalism. You want the job. You want to get paid for the job.
Do your
job.
Yeah. That's true. That's definitely true.
Go for anywhere, but know your lines. That's the number one thing I have to say. Just know your stuff.
Know your lines, y'all. You know, just at least read over it and at least know, where you're supposed to be coming in at and getting the idea so you can put that emotion behind it. You feel me?
Absolutely. And my question for you, before we close, my question for you, if you could have moved to Georgia earlier, when would it have been?
See, my grandma had me in Georgia in 1995. I was down here. I would have never moved if it was up to me. And I asked my grandma that not too long ago. I think it was last year. And I was like, Grandma, why did we have to move back to NC? Because we just moved down here for like a summer or whatever. Right. And the experience I had in that one summer, it was the same year that Georgia the Jungle came out. You know what I'm saying? I remember I went to Stone Mountain, you know what I'm saying, Six Flags. I did the whole thing, and it was different going back to the country. Mm-hmm. So there, I feel like I was down here with my sister too, Ariel. That energy of being around a lot of people and seeing a lot more and going back to NC and being in the country like that, thrown in the country, really make us feel like always feel like we got a lot of personality. Oh, we should be doing something. Oh, y'all can sing. Oh, y'all can do this. Y'all can do that. But really, it was just that we probably was influenced at a young age from being in Georgia. Back in that times, Biggie and Tupac was still living. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was different down here. Freaknik was still just turning up then. You know what I'm saying? So we felt that energy. So I wish that we never moved instead of even saying, I would have stayed in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I would have been in and out in NC because I got family there, but I wish we would have stayed in Georgia. Man, I don't know who we could have been. I don't know where I could have been. You know what I'm saying? Who I would have seen. Just don't know.
But that's all right, though, because guess what we got now? We got FaceCard Famous.
Yes, the podcast.
That's right. It's gonna get us where we want to go, man.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And with consistency, y'all gonna see us multiple times. Trust and believe. This is just episode number 2.
Number 2, y'all.
All right. We got plenty more for y'all. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Pure Breed.
Yep.
Real.
Yeah.
FaceCard
You already know.
Famous.
The podcast. We out.
We out, y'all.
Peace.